Hi, I'm Lewis Bailey.
I'm Andrea Tina.
And today we are busting nutritional myths.
And here are top 5 myths we came up with.
Okay, so number 1 is?
Carbs make you fat, and this is a big one, right?
Massive, huge, yeah, huge.
Because everyone thinks that if you eat carbs, you're going to become fat. So the point is the bad carbs, the wrong type of carbs will make you fat. And not timing the carbs correctly will make you fat. So maybe we should give them some examples of good and bad carbs and how to time them correctly.
Yeah, sure. I mean, from the side of that things, I think as well is the amount of carbohydrates that we're taking in. So yeah. As you mentioned there, in terms of good bad carbs, if you look at like a pizza, for example, you could eat a lot of that, which is a hell of a lot of carbohydrates, plus the fat as well. But the foods that you eat that you can eat a lot of is going to cause you to have a lot of problems with regards to carbohydrates there. And
it's also, we need to look at the complex starchy carbs and the simple carbs, which are the sugar. So it's like two sides of it, the processed, unprocessed carbs, foods, and the simple and the complex carbs. If you want to stay lean and healthy and clean, you need to opt mainly for the starchy complex sources of carbohydrates. Sure. And include them in your lunch and even dinner sometimes if you had a late workout. I would say it depends on your training phase also. But starchy carbs like quinoa, potatoes, sweet potatoes, all these carbs that are do not contain gluten.
Okay, number 2 is that red meat gives you cancer.
Well, red meat doesn't give you cancer. What gives you cancer are other toxins in our lifestyle. You need to go for good quality meat, red meat, hormone-free, also kosher. The process of cutting the animal, killing the animal is very important.
All right, so our next one then is egg yolks and cholesterol.
Yeah, this is a big one, and people misunderstand the cholesterol. Cholesterol is necessary for our body. From cholesterol we produce all the hormones, testosterone, etc. We need to understand cholesterol. We divide it into the HDL, LDL. The LDL is the bad one, and even that one we need to look at the density of the particles. So egg yolks will not increase the LDL, and you need to have some egg yolks in your diet. What increases cholesterol are other sources actually.
Cool. So just be mindful from a cholesterol point of view, if you do have high cholesterol, it's probably coming from other sources such as takeaway foods, such as alcohol. So just be mindful about reducing that instead of looking at the eggs. So a big one, alcohol and calories.
I'll let you deal with this.
Okay, so I mean, a lot of what we hear is that many people say to me, clients especially, is that, okay, so I'm on a low calorie diet, I still want to go out and drink, and it's okay to drink spirits because they're low in calories. Yes, to a degree, obviously that is correct, it is lower in calories from that side, but when we think about the toxins and we think about the ethanol and everything that goes in and it's saturated within the body, then we're going to have a hard time then from that.
And the way you flush it out, because it cannot really be flushed out. I would say go for red wine. It contains all the flavonoids, the antioxidants that are very, very healthy for you. A small amount is actually indicated. I'm against spirits, but at the end of the day, we're all humans. So if we would have to choose actually, Lewis, what spirit would you?
I wouldn't choose any with regards to spirits.
But they're still going to drink, so we need...
I think you're right though from what you said in terms of going back to if I was going to have a drink, then red wine would probably be the better option. And
the last one, the last myth we were debating here is about full fat and low fat milk and dairy products. Which is a big one as well, because you need to understand when you remove the fat from the milk or any dairy product, it's a chemical process that involves solvents which are very carcinogen. Plus that fat is not a bad fat. You need to consume it full, wholesome, even if it's higher in calories. We look at the nutrients and we want to eliminate all the possible toxins. So no low fat milk, dairy.
So I think the takeaway from all of it really just be really mindful about what you're eating.